Anine. Welcome to day 4 of a mirror work. 21 days to heal your life. So like I said, I think I said this yesterday and I've said this, is that I definitely notice that I have a lot of resistance to the mirror work. And even this morning, like I can feel myself trying to do busy things that need to get done are important, but just taking me away from what will help move me forward, if that makes sense. So maybe it seems like this mirror work, we're not really doing anything. There is a book, I can't think of the name of it right now. But it is one of the things that The Power of Habit, it's called. And it's such a good book. If you enjoy reading, I actually read this one, listened to it through Audible. Audible is really great if you don't have, some people can't read a book, right? Like some people, because of different things, with their mind, they'll read a sentence and then read the same sentence and then, read the same sentence like 10 times and never get through a book. It'll just get so frustrating. So, Audible helps with that. Also, I drive a lot. And when I first got Audible, I was working up north as a pipe fitter. So I drove to Fort McMurray every week, like once a week. So Audible was amazing. Like Audible was so helpful for that, as well as podcasts are great. But anyways, that's how I listen to this book. I'm listening to it again right now, The Power of Habit. And one of the things that they talk about in the book is a keystone habit. So for example, when there's a bunch of things that you want to change, like a bunch of different habits, there are certain things that you can do, certain habits that you can create, healthy habits, of course, that you can create that will kind of, just like it'll have like a cascading effect on a bunch of other habits. So for example, a really good keystone habit to change is, say you want to eat healthier, you want to sleep better, you want to feel better, you want to drink more water. Like there's all of these things in your physical well-being that you want to change. And that can be overwhelming, trying to change all of those different habits versus incorporating exercise. So exercise is a keystone habit. So if you just start incorporating exercise into your routine, your daily routines, then that will naturally start to help you to go to sleep earlier. If you go to sleep earlier, you're probably going to wake up earlier. You're going to drink more water naturally. Your body is just going to crave more water, more hydration. It's going to crave healthier food. So naturally those things are just going to start to change without you having to consciously change them. So I'm just finishing my coffee. Anyways, so that's why for me, that's what this mirror work is. We're incorporating a keystone habit. As we learn to love ourselves, more, on a deeper level, as we learn to create that healthy relationship with ourselves, then we will naturally want to take better care of ourselves, maybe even the next keystone habit from this mirror work would be incorporating the exercise, which will naturally lead to all of those other things. So that's my intention with this mirror work, is when we are so overwhelmed because like a million things, we want to change a million things. And not just for our own person, but, maybe it's more organization in our homes. Maybe it's whatever it is. you know, like, it can start from just, it does start from learning, from loving yourself, from having a healthy, supportive relationship with yourself. Everything in our lives is a reflection of that relationship. So the core of all of the change of everything that we want in this life is that self-love piece. So again, that's why we're starting here with the mirror work and this 21 days to heal our lives, because it's not like, you know, it's not like by doing this mirror work, you know, it's funny because my logical brain wants to say, well, it's not like doing this mirror work is going to magically, but it does magically, you know, this mirror work isn't going to, like, bring a paycheck into my life. It's like what my logical brain wants to say. But it does. It does. It is kind of crazy. And that's, I feel like, what we're doing. If, you know, if maybe part of you doesn't believe it. Maybe that human part of you doesn't believe that the mirror work, just doing this every day, will change your life. But maybe it will, right? Like, maybe it will. That's what we're doing here together, is essentially, like, I like to call it an experiment. And so let's do this experiment together. I mean, what do we have to lose? Nothing. Like, it's a tiny bit of time that we get to spend with each other, that we get to spend with ourselves, right? How much time do we carve out for that every day? I mean, probably not much, right? Where we're actually spending that time with ourselves in a good and healthy and productive way. And like ourselves, like our true selves, you know, and that's why that's so important. Not in a superficial way, right? Like our real true selves. So, and that's what we're doing here today, is we are, again, creating that relationship with ourselves. So that's why we're starting here. Today, day 4, letting go of your past. Today we start to let go. Sorry, let me start over again. Oh, and also, because I just wanted to say that as you're doing this with me, please share in the comments how, like, if you're starting to notice any differences. Is it easier to look at yourself in the mirror? Is it easier for you to tell yourself you love yourself? How is that being reflected in your outer environment? Maybe you don't even realize, but just share with me. Is anything starting to shift in your outer environment as we work through this mirror workbook? Is there anything like, oh my gosh, that was so amazing, I can't believe that happened? Like, anything like that starting to show up? Are people starting to treat you differently? Just be aware of those things. Are you starting to love yourself more? Are you drinking more water? Are you eating healthier? Are you taking time to go for a walk or take care of your physical well-being in that way? What kinds of things are you doing for yourself that maybe you weren't doing for yourself before? Just notice those things. And again, like, notice if there's any miracles that start to show up, magic that starts to show up. You know, receiving unexpected checks in the mail, or some random deposit in your account, or you get a contract, or, you know, just whatever it is that's showing up for you, just pay attention to that. And please, I would love to hear about it. Please share that in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, please, and subscribe. Because yeah, it helps me to keep going too, because this is kind of far out of my bubble, right? My comfort zone. So, and then I can start going live on here when I get a few more subscribers. And also share, if this is helpful for you, like, then share with other people, right? Like, you can share on on social media. And I would, sorry, Louise says when you're coughing, put your hand on your throat and say, I am willing to change. I am willing to change. Okay, I have a baby shower to get to today, so I actually have to stop procrastinating and resisting and do this. Okay, let's do this. Letting go of our past. Today, we start to let go, release blame, forgive, and move on. How did you do yesterday? Do you feel that you are learning to let go of some of your past hurts and tune your self-talk to a more positive channel? I am so proud of you for loving yourself enough to do these lessons every day. Yay, us. One of my favorite things at work used to be give myself a high five. Yeah, I'm proud of you for doing this every day and using our mirror work to reprogram the old tapes. Do you know what those are? I'm just kidding. The old tapes are the old programming, right? That we have been playing in our head. Ever since we were little, every message we have received, everything we have said, everything we have done, everything we have experienced has been recorded and stored in the filing cabinet. Not just up here, but in our core, in our gut, our solar plexus. So I like to imagine that there are little messengers in there, and that all our thoughts and experiences are recorded on tapes that the little messengers put into appropriate files. So this book is dated. Tapes, CDs, however, voice notes, right? Many of us have been accumulating files with labels like, I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. I don't do anything right. We are buried under piles of old negative tapes. Sometimes it can get pretty like, I hate you, And I'm just being honest because so many of us are there. And I feel like for me, the important piece of being completely vulnerable and honest here is because for me, when I just see people in their highlight reel, with just no shade at all and no judgment, but that's all I see, is then I can start to get down on myself, like what's wrong with me, that I am not, my life doesn't look like somebody else's highlight reel. Because when all we see is highlight reels, we can assume that that's the way people's lives are, right? So today we're going to surprise the little messengers. We're going to do our mirror work and send new messages to our core. I am willing to let go. Repeat that. I am willing to let go. I release blame. I release blame. I am ready to forgive. I am ready to forgive. Even just saying those 3 affirmations, do you notice in your body what's coming up for you? To be honest, I kind of got this even just saying those 3 affirmations, I kind of got this it almost made me feel a little bit nauseous. Like it just came up here and kind of got stuck here, but I kind of wanted to honestly, that I'm just saying that's what came up for me when I read that. It's sometimes I can read well and then sometimes I just can't, but that's okay. The messengers will pick up these new messages and say, what's this? Where does this get filed? We've never seen this one before. Can you imagine how wonderful it would be if every day we learned a new way to let go of the past and create harmony in our lives? Just take a deep breath in and imagine that for a second. Imagine if we could just let it all go and create harmony in our lives. Everything, every little thing, every big thing, every little thing. If we could just let it all go. I want you to visualize yourself and all of those things just falling off of you. Almost like, I don't know how to say this, and I don't know if you'll understand my visualization, but to me, it's making me feel like welding. So I'm a pipe fitter. And if you've ever welded before, when you weld, it creates a slag and it just like peels off. That's what it feels like, just this peeling off, right? Or like an onion, like all of the old stuff just peeling off and falling away, and underneath being like shiny and fresh and new. Do you see that? Can you see that? Can you feel that? Can you feel like how it's just so much lighter? And not only lighter, but it's like when we're wearing all those layers of holding on to everything, it's almost for me like you can't move, you know? Like it's like this like crust that just like holds you in a spot, right? Like you can barely move. So like when you release it, it's like all of a sudden you have more movement in your body, more freedom. You're lighter. Can you feel that? My dear ones, you have already started by doing your daily mirror work. We're already doing this together. Each day we are clearing out the old layers, the blocks of the past. Each time we say our affirmations in front of the mirror, we are removing another layer. What are the layers of your past that are keeping you from living a happy and fulfilling life? Pause here if you need to and just think about it for a second. What are the layers of your past that are keeping you from living a happy and fulfilling life? What are the blocks preventing you from forgiving yourself and your past? So pause here and think about it for a second. So I just paused and thought about it for a second, and I think for me, part of it is growing up. I think, and I've shared this before, that being seen and heard didn't feel safe for me. There was a lot of, I don't know if I want to use the word danger, but it was just not safe to be seen. Whether it was being bullied or ridiculed at school. I mean, even just like when I did get to do things, just sharing a quick story. I remember in elementary one time, I was so excited to put the clear sheets on the projector, not the projector, is it an overhead projector, right? And then they put them on the wall, and we would have assembly every week. And I just feel like it was so special to be able to do that. Like that's what everyone wanted to do. And I wanted to do it. It was my turn. Like I got to do it. And that morning I stood up and everyone started laughing, and I had like a bounce sheet stuck to my pants. So, like how awful, like it honestly makes me want to cry. Or we were putting like our heads up on the wall, and this is all younger. And I have a big head. And like one of the cool kids started making fun of my head shadow because it was big. So, and then, one time in grade 2, I actually was walking to school and these girls were talking to me. I was in grade 2, they were in grade 6, and I thought, oh my gosh, how cool, they're talking to me. And they started making fun of my voice. So, they said I sounded like a man or something. I don't know. They were just making fun of my voice, and they were the whole way to school throwing snowballs at me and my head and stuffing them down my jacket. And when I got to school, I was wearing my favorite dress that I begged my mom to wear to school that day. And it was soaking wet on the top. So just those three things, without going into there's like more, right? That it was just didn't feel safe. Like it wasn't safe for me to be seen. So I feel like some of these blocks sometimes are not only the fear of failure, but the fear of success. And I feel like as we succeed, it can sometimes, that can be a fear, you know, of, again, if being seen and being noticed wasn't safe, then that is going to take you out of, like, you know, that safety zone every time you step out of that box or every time you put yourself out there. So like even this is big for me, right? Like doing this. So I think that might be part of my attachment to keeping myself small. Just thinking about him. What about you? What came up for you? I would love it if you wanted to share that with me. I think we have trouble identifying these blocks because we honestly don't know what we want to let go of. We know what is not working in our life, and we know what we want to have in our life, yet we don't know what's holding us back. So just sit with that. Everything in your life is a mirror of who you are. Just as a mirror reflects your image, your experiences reflect your inner beliefs. Ooh, that can be a hard pill to swallow sometimes. You can literally look at your experiences and determine what your beliefs are. If you look at the people in your life, you will see that they are all mirroring some belief you have had or you have about yourself. If you are always being criticized at work, it is probably because you are critical and have become a parent who criticized you as a child. Remember, when something that's happening in your life does not feel comfortable for you, you have the opportunity to look inside and ask, how am I contributing to this experience? What is it within me that believes I deserve this? How can I change this belief? How can I forgive myself and my past and learn to let go and move on? Let's affirm. I let go of let's start over. Let's affirm. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go and I am at peace. Put your hand on your heart. I let go of old limiting beliefs. I let go. I am at peace. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. I let go of old limiting beliefs. I let go. I am at peace. So mirror work for today. Grab your mirror or stand in front of the mirror, whatever you're doing. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow the tension to leave your body. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just let all the tension leave your body. Look at your forehead and imagine that you are pressing a button that ejects a disc of all the old beliefs and negative thoughts that have been playing in your head. Reach up and imagine that you are pulling this recording out of your head and throwing it away. Oh, good morning, Coralie. I love you. So do you see it? Press stop. Eject. Pull that old tape out and throw it away. Now look deeply in your eyes and tell yourself, let's make a new recording of positive beliefs and affirmations. Let's make a new recording of positive beliefs and affirmations. Now look deeply into your eyes. Sorry, I just read that. It's okay. And say it again. Let's make a new recording of positive beliefs and affirmations. Say these affirmations out loud. Let's press record. Record. I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go, and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. Say it over again. I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. One more time. We're going to say all of those. Just going to switch arms. I am willing to let go. I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go, and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. We're going to do it one more time. I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go, and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. So throughout the day, whenever any difficult thoughts arrive, take out your pocket mirror and repeat those affirmations. Become familiar with them so that repeating them becomes a part of your daily routine. So I'm going to read them to you one more time and write them down. I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of old limitations and beliefs. I let go and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. So the journaling exercise questions, sorry, I just pulled some sleep out of my eye. That's okay, because I love you, Coralie. Okay, journaling exercise. Don't forget to, as you're going through this, pause so that you can do the journaling. I find that most of the problems in our lives are caused by what I call the big four: criticism, fear, guilt, and resentment. In your journal, create 4 columns, heading each with one of the big 4 categories: criticism, fear, guilt, and resentment. Think about what role they play in your life. Write your thoughts and feelings about each category in the appropriate column. So now that you've done that, from step 1, take the 2 categories you wrote the most about and write down 10 positive affirmations in each category. For example, if one of the categories is resentment, you might write affirmations like, I now choose to release all hurt and resentment. The more resentment I release, the more love I have to give. So do that now. Okay, number 3. Everything in our lives is a mirror of who we are. Think of the people in your life who are the most challenging for you. What are the traits that bother you the most about them? Write those down. Now, number 4, look at the traits that you listed in step 3. Write down how each of these traits mirrors a belief that you have about yourself. You might also want to jot down what you have learned about yourself in doing today's exercise. So now we're going to do the heart thought for day 4. I can let go. We create habits and patterns because they serve us in some way. It is amazing how many illnesses we create because we want to punish a parent. We may not be doing this consciously. In fact, in most cases, it is not conscious. But when we start looking within, we find the pattern. We often create negativity because we do not know how to handle some area of life. If that's the case, ask yourself, what am I feeling sorry about? Who am I angry at? What am I trying to avoid? How do I think this will save me? If you are not ready to let something go, you really want to hold on to it because it serves you, it doesn't matter what you do. You will not be able to let it go. However, when you are ready to let something go, it is amazing how easy it is to release it. So now day 4 meditation, a new decade. So I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to do that 2 more times. And on your last exhale, you can close your eyes and relax your body. Release all tension and let your breathing return to normal. See a new door opening to a decade of great healing. Healing that we have not understood in the past. We are in the process of learning about all the incredible abilities that we have within ourselves. And we have learning to get in touch with those parts of ourselves that have the answers and are there to lead us and guide us in ways that are for our highest good. See this new door opening wide and imagine stepping through it to find healing in many, many different forms. For healing means different things to different people. Some of us have bodies that need healing. Some of us have hearts that need healing. Some of us have minds that need healing. So we are open and receptive to the healing that each person needs. We open the door wide for personal growth, and we move through this doorway knowing we are safe. Everything is well in your world, and so it is. How was day 4 for you? I'm just really grateful to be on this journey with you. I'm grateful that you're on this journey with me. And I wish you a beautiful day. And I will see you tomorrow for day 5.